Whataburger and Dave Campbell's Texas Football are proud to honor the best and brightest stars in Texas high school football, especially with the announcement of the 2019 Whataburger Super Team. Texas high school football fans across the state nominated more than 5,000 players, resulting in more than 300,000 ballots on TexasFootball.com. Of all of those, 40 outstanding athletes rose to the top and were named with this unique honor. And we're joined by one of them today. We've got Austin Vandegrift linebacker Jax McCauley. We're joined by head coach Drew Sanders and our Whataburger representative, Miss Angie Neas. Guys, I know this is a little bit different, but thanks so much for joining in with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Well, Jax, we're going to go ahead and start with you. So you had just an unbelievable senior season this past year. What did it mean to you for Whataburger to name you to the 2019 Super Team?
Well, it's a huge honor, especially with all the great players that have been named on this team, this year and in the past, and I've kept track with the Whataburger team for many years before. And, just the chance to be able to be named with such great players on the team, it's a huge honor.
Absolutely. And Coach, we'll ask you kind of the same question. When you heard that Jax was honored with the Whataburger Super Team presentation, what was your immediate reaction?
Well, I was real happy for Jax, but I'll tell you that Jax deserves every award he's ever gotten. One of the hardest workers I've ever coached, one of the best teammates I've ever coached, did whatever role we had for him. We asked for him, he did it. And so, great leader, was a great captain. So honestly, any award he gets, I'm like, good, because, he deserved it. So really, really proud of him.
And Angie, our Whataburger representative, obviously Jax, just an unbelievable kid. What does it mean for Whataburger to be so heavily involved in Texas high school football?
Well, as we all know, Texans love their Whataburger and Texans love their high school football. So it really is just a perfect match for us to be able to align with Dave Campbell's and honor students like Jax.
Now, Jax, we'll go back to you here. An all-state linebacker, the most tackles in 6A football. When you look back on your time as a Viper, what memories are going to stick out the most to you?
Well, just, the big wins, especially, and especially playing in front of Monroe Stadium. I don't know if you've been to Monroe Stadium, but, I think Viper fans are probably the best fans in all of Austin and Central Texas. I mean, the energy of the crowd every night, hearing the crowd after big plays. I mean, there's nothing like playing at Monroe, and that's going to be the biggest memory I'll miss, playing in front of the home fans for Vandegrift.
And Coach, obviously we see the statistics that Jax puts up and just knows that he's a special player, but what specifically about him made him such a special aspect to your program?
Man, how long do we have? He obviously is gifted with some physical gifts, but he developed those things. But a strong, explosive player. But I think the best trait that Jax had was he actually studied tape. It's so unusual. I've coached now for 22 years. And it's unusual to have a player that studies tape, actually studies it, as opposed to just watching for 15 minutes and they move on to video games or homework or whatever, right? But Jax would come in with ideas about the game plan. And we actually used some of his ideas. Some of the ideas, I'd be like, no, we're not doing that, Jax. But he brought ideas because he had watched so much tape and they actually made sense. And he knew where the ball was going before it went there.
And Angie, you hear that, obviously a student of the game. What does it mean for Whataburger to represent these students who aren't only great athletes, but are just well-rounded in the classroom and everything else?
It's amazing. I mean, like you said earlier, with all the 5,000 plus players that were nominated, you see these students that have these incredible backgrounds, not only on the field performing as an athlete, but also academically. So we're just really, really proud and honored to be able to, support, again, Dave Campbell's and recognize these students. They deserve it, every bit of it.
Now, Jax, you're one of those lucky people that football's not over for you, even though you're graduating from high school. Headed up to West Virginia. How excited are you for that?
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, I'm counting down the days right now. I mean, it's a dream come true for me because, that has been my dream school ever since I was a young kid, having my father play there in the early 90s. It's been my goal since I was a young kid, be able to play for the blue and gold for West Virginia. So, for the chance for me to be able to do that, I mean, I couldn't be more proud to get up there and start playing.
How excited was Dad when you got
He's
that
pretty
walk
excited.
on?
We're pretty excited. Pretty excited.
Absolutely. All right. Now, a couple of last things here. Jax, I know that you were shipped some hardware as a part of being recognized on the super team. You want to show that off for us?
Yes. Trophy right here.
Look at that. Pretty nice, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
very
really
nice trophy.
All right. And before we go, Coach, we're going to ask both you and Jax the same question here. What is your go-to Whataburger order?
Yeah, go ahead, Jax.
I gotta go with the patty melt meal with the chocolate malt, a medium chocolate malt. That's my go-to every time.
And Coach, how about for you?
Well, he can handle the shake and all the calories. You know, as you get older, I'm not choosing the shake, but I definitely will do double meat. I will go double meat, probably mayonnaise and tomatoes only is my favorite.
Angie, those sound like some good choices, don't they?
I know. We're going to have to make sure we ship it up to you when you go to West Virginia.
Well, guys, thank you again so much for joining us on the call. Jax, congratulations. Coach, we're hoping for another great season for your Vipers. And Angie, thank you for joining on with us today.
Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.